There has been so much confusion with the new IRS tax rule that just went into effect at the beginning of this year. If you use Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Apple Pay, or any other application that's similar to those, this tax rule could affect you. As always, I had to put my ear to these financial streets and these tax streets so that I can find out exactly how this thing is going to affect us. I mean, will we have to pay? How much will we have to pay? I have discovered the truth and we are about to talk about it. So make sure you stick around. What's up guys, this is Monique and welcome back to the channel. I had to take a break for a quick minute, but I am back with some news that you can use. But first, if you are new here, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by, but don't just be a stranger. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button and join the family, because here we go everywhere in life together and all we do is win. And please do me a huge favor and like this video and help me while I help you, so we'll all be winning together. All right, so let's dive right into this. There is a new tax sheriff in town and we need to see how this thing affects us. We need to figure out what it is, who it impacts, why, when, where, how, all of those things. So we have our work cut out for us today, but we will get it done. So on January 1st of this year, 2022, a new tax rule went into effect. Well, I won't really say new because it's an amendment. Basically, they changed a few things, tweaked a few things over here, and now we have this updated tax law. But this particular law is a part of the American Rescue Plan Act that was signed into law on March 11th of 2021. And let me tell you something, this act was a 243-page document. Ask me how I know, because I went through each page so that I can find the most accurate information to give to you. So what is this new or amended law that we speak of? And the actual law is right here, as you see. It is in section 9674. If you go to the document itself, that is page 183. And what I'm about to do now is summarize this so that we can all understand. So basically what this says is, if you receive $600 or more in a calendar year, that is 365 days, that is 12 months, that is from January 1st to January 31st. If you receive these funds on a peer-to-peer payment application, and we'll get into all of those in a second. But what's going to happen is that will be reported to the IRS. You'll receive a 1099-K form and you will have to file taxes on that money that you receive. That pretty much summarizes what that statement says right there in the American Rescue Plan Act. That is a huge change. I mean extreme, because the original law that was in place before this change took effect said that if you receive $20,000, and that means there was something else in addition they had to go on with this, you had to receive $20,000 plus have 200 transactions on that application. And then what would happen is they will report it to the IRS and send you a 1099, and then you file taxes on that. So to go from those two big requirements all the way down to the little bitty $600 that they are now requiring is major. But now, for the moment that many of you have probably been waiting for, who does this impact? Is it you? Is it me? Is it everybody? If you are worried because your child usually sends you their bill money for their phone, for their car insurance, whatever it is, through Cash App, or because you just received a $1,000 birthday gift on PayPal, or because somebody has finally paid you back the money that they owe you after 10 years on Apple Pay, you do not have to fear, because you are not in this number. This will not count against you, so don't worry. You could take a deep breath now and relax. Personal use of these apps does not count. Those are non-taxable things. Reimbursements for things that you've loaned out, people paying you back, gifts, charitable donations, all those things cannot be taxed. That is for personal use, so you are safe. But who will be receiving a 1099 is anyone who's using these apps for the sale of goods and services. If you are the person who walks the neighborhood dogs and you are paid for it and receive more than $600, you will have to pay taxes on it. If you are selling food plates, no matter if it is to cover funeral expenses or just to get some extra funds to pay a bill, if you receive more than $600, you will have to pay taxes on it. If you are babysitting and getting paid for it, if you are selling shirts, yes, my people who I just showed in a recent video how to go ahead on and start your print-on-demand business, if you receive more than $600 for that, you will have to pay taxes on it. If you are cutting grass for everyone and you receive more than $600 for it, you will be getting a 1099 from that application. I'm trying to think of like common situations that many people may find themselves in. If you are going around cleaning houses and making some extra change in your pocket, you'll have to go ahead on and pay taxes if that change equals $600 or more. This is pretty much for my small businesses that will be more affected. This is for my side hustlers. This is for my extra income folks, my people that's trying to make a little money on the side. This is a tax for anyone selling any kind of goods and services. I wanted to get on here and tell you this so that you can know how you are affected by this new tax rule. So again, if you decide to go ahead on and split the bill with your friends at a restaurant, and over the year y'all split the bill so much you have cash apped them over $600, do not worry, you will not have to pay taxes on that. That is for personal use. Those are not included in the tax law. I'm really taking my time to break this down because a lot of people were confused. I've been seeing other articles, other videos, comments people have been making, and they were really confused about this part. So that's why I took my time to really break it down so that you can understand. But the next thing I want to talk about is something people were also confused about, and that is what cash applications are actually affected by this law. Because I've seen articles that say one thing, I've seen articles that say another. I watched videos of people saying stuff that was different from another, so it's a lot of information floating around. That's why we need to clarify this thing. So your peer-to-peer payment apps are apps that makes payments on your behalf to another person or on another person's behalf to you. Some of the apps included in this number is Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Apple Pay, Google Pay. Those type of things will definitely be the applications that will be sending you 1099s. Now, there is a big one that I left out because a lot of people, I've seen so many articles name this company, but they will not be sending a 1099. How do I know this? Because I actually called them today, and I'll leave the number down below so that you can call yourself in case you are wondering, and that is Zelle. Zelle is the only exclusion I have found to the rule. I called them and I asked them, will they be sending 1099s? Do they have to tax for $600 or more? And they told me they are not a part of that new tax rule, so they will not be sending you a 1099. So just giving you that information, Zelle is excluded from this new tax rule. But pretty much any other digital payment service and any third-party network providers are subject to this law. Now, the next big thing that I had a question about, I don't know about you, but how would they determine if I'm using this for personal use or if this is me selling goods and services? Like, how would they know how to separate that? How would they know when to send me a 1099 or not? Guess what? I again have the answer. I contact Cash App this time to ask them how exactly it is they are going to go about ensuring that they are sending 1099s for the correct items. And guess what they told me? I have it right here. And what I was told is if you have a cash for business account and receive more than $20,000, they still have the old information in there. But if you scroll on down here, note these reporting thresholds will change starting in 2022 to $600 with no minimum number of transactions. This does not apply to personal Cash App accounts and only applies to cash for business accounts. So what that means is if you have a personal account and you are receiving more than $600, regardless for what reason, you will not be receiving a 1099. But you still liable for that. Let me just tell you that, because I don't want you to think that you're kind of getting away with stuff and then they catch up with you and you say, Monique said no. I'm saying you should always pay your taxes, okay? But I'm just telling you how this particular rule is going to work. So the only way you'll be reported to the IRS and receive your 1099 and have to file taxes on it is if it is a business Cash App account, not a personal account, okay? So that's how they're going to determine that. They're not going to scroll through each of your payments and be like, oh, it looked like she used this to make money. Oh, it looked like he was cutting grass over here. Let me check. No, that's not how it's going to work. Only business accounts. So when will we start seeing these forms? In 2023, you should start receiving forms for this year, because again the rule went into effect starting January 1st of 2022. So that's going to be for this whole tax year, and then in 2023 that's when you should be receiving your 1099 to file taxes on. And they are making these changes because there has been a lot of misreporting, underreporting going on in businesses, and they feel like they have lost tons of money. So this is just a way to make sure the government is receiving all the money they feel like they should, at least trying to receive as much as they feel like they should. They want their money. So So if you're a business, use a business account, anything like that, then you may start receiving these requests from these applications for your tax ID or your social security number. And PayPal actually said this themselves, and they said if you want to continue to receive payments, they may ask just so they can report this correctly. So do not be alarmed if you see that. All right, I hope that this has helped you guys out there. If it has, please like this video. Also, if you have not already done so, subscribe. Make sure you turn on that bell so that you'll receive updates. And thanks so much for watching. Until next time, we are out. Peace.